pre-Ks, come on in. Find the spot you like a lot. 1, 2, 3. Find the spot you like a lot. Listen to me. Find the spot you like a lot. 3, 2, 1. Find the spot you like a lot. We always have fun. Can you believe it's over? It's really over. But more fun things are coming around the bend. Yes, it's over. It's really over. But more fun things are coming around the bend for you. This is our last week of school. That's unbelievable. We've had a wonderful year together. But this is the last Monday of Pied Piper School for you. Let's find out what's happening. The last time I saw you was Friday, and a very special Friday it was. The last time I saw you was Friday, but that's not today. Take a look at the calendar. I'll move the butterfly over here, flying this way, those lovely butterflies you made with Colette and Art. The last time I saw you was the 12th day, Friday the 12th day, and it was a special day. It was the day of our drive-by. I had so much fun waving and seeing you at your house on Friday the 12th. I never see you on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. After 12 comes 13, a 1 and a 3. After 13 comes 14, a 1 and a 4. No more. And our graduation week begins. It begins. After 14 comes the number 15. Put it in Kathy's car. When there's a 1 in the front seat and a 5 in the back seat. 1, 5, 1, 5, 15. 15th day. The very beginning of the week, I say, after Sunday comes that marvelous Monday. Monday. Monday's at the beginning of the week. Yes, it's Monday. Monday. Monday's at the beginning of the week. So many fun things happening before our last day of school on Friday, when our summer vacation will begin. I'm so excited. We have a holiday coming up this weekend on Sunday, Father's Day. We're going to be talking about those dads, what they do for us, and what we can do for them on Father's Day, and getting ready for our graduation extravaganza. Well, the drive-by party is done. We went to your houses and had some fun. The drive-by party is done. And I hope you got your caps and gowns. Got to shake them out. They were in a container. So you're going to shake out those caps and gowns. Practice putting them on, because you're going to wear them for 2 other events. The drive-in graduation and the Zoom graduation. So we're going to wear these 2 times. No other class has ever worn them 2 times. You are very special that you get to wear them 1 and 2 times. So make sure it's all nice and pressed. Practice walking around with the hat. Now remember, these have to come back to us, but the tassel on the top is something that you get to keep. Practice walking around, get comfortable. Remember, we said for the Zoom graduation, you're going to be using the cap and gown and marching with them. So it's going to be a little bit different. But we'll first talk about the drive-by, where I gave you your caps and gowns. You got your book. The book that we passed out. Where did that book go? I just had it here. Oh, there it is. Kindergarten, here I come. And a balloon. So we got to check that off. Check. We finished our drive-by event. Check. There we go. Next, we're looking into our drive-in event. Okay, the drive-in event, you're going to come to Pied Piper School in your car. You're going to be in the parking lot with 10 or 11 or 12 other cars. Not that many, because we can't fit that many in our parking lot. To have the whole class of 47 in the parking lot wouldn't work. And we didn't want to go to another parking lot. We'd kind of like Pied Piper School. So we're going to park in the parking lot in our cars, wear your cap and gown, and each cone by your car will have a number. So you will look at your number, 1 through 10 or 11 or 12. We'll see how many families are coming. And when we call your number, then your family, their whole family can get out of the car. And Kathy's going to sing a special song about who's going on to kindergarten, who's going on to Mohansick School, or Brookside, or Lakeview. Kathy will say the name of your new school as you walk up And there'll be a big table there. And on the table will be a bag just for you, your own goodie bag. And in the goodie bag, there'll be your diploma. Now, your diploma will not be on yellow paper. You already got the yellow diploma. It will not be on blue paper. You already got your blue diploma. It'll be on Pied Piper green paper. It'll be the diploma that says you're so smart, you're ready to go on to kindergarten. It'll have your yearbook in it. Your yearbook with your aspirations, all the things you want to be when you grow up. I've been asking you that question. And your yearbook that you've gotten your coloring on with all the faces on it. The yearbook will be in there. And some bubbles that we have for you, and some gifts, and all the books of all the things that we've done throughout the year will be in that bag just for you. And I'll talk about the graduates and say their names, and we'll all clap our hands because we're so proud at the drive-in ceremony. And then after that, the next day is our Zoom graduation too. So many fun things happening at Pied Piper School this week. And we're getting ready for camp. After school finishes, camp begins. And camp is a time with no work, only play. Lots of fun every day. So we're going to be talking about camp and Father's Day. So many fun things happening at Pied Piper School. And my book today is called Graduation. Let's find out what happens when the Bernstein Bears, they're going to graduate too. The Bernstein Bears, graduation. Let's see, that's got to go lower. There we go. Perfect. By Mike Bernstein. Bear Country School End of Year Celebration. Everybody likes graduation. The old school year is passing. We put our books away. Time for hope and memories on graduation day. Spring was nearly over in Bear Country. The daffodils and the tulips had gone and come. So had Easter and the Easter candy and the Mother's Day cards. June was about to arrive, and for Brother and Sister Bear, that meant just one thing: no more school. Sister was finishing first grade, and Brother was moving on from third. Even little Honey was ending her first year in preschool. They all learned a lot in school that year. Brother's class studied the earth. He learned about rocks and earthquakes and volcanoes. He even made a model of a volcano squirting lava out the top. Sister's class learned about plants and animals. They took care of cute little hamsters and kept a lizard and a frog in a glass case full of plants and mossy rocks. They brought cocoons in from the cold to watch a beautiful butterfly and moths hatch from them. Honey learned things in preschool too. She learned to play with all different kinds of toys. She learned about shapes and numbers and how to get along with other cubs. She learned how to make pictures. The cubs did other fun things at school too. They played sports like soccer and basketball and baseball. They played games at recess. They went on exciting field trips to many interesting places. The cubs enjoyed their school year, but they were ready for a break. They were looking forward to summer, to picnics and swimming and hiking and fishing and long summer evenings of catching fireflies and toasting marshmallows at the fire pit. When the month of May came to an end, it was time to turn the calendar to June. It comes too soon, that month of June. The cubs drew a big red circle around the last day of school, the 19th for us too. And they crossed off every day as it passed. This year, the Bear Country School is having a real graduation ceremony for every grade in the school. Mom and Papa thought that this was a nice idea. It would make everyone stop and think about how much the cubs had learned and done during the school year. Best of all, said Sister, we get to wear cute graduation costumes. Ugh, said Brother, I don't want to look cute. At last, graduation day arrived, and the cubs put on their costumes. They each had a little cap and a gown. Even Brother had to admit they didn't look too bad. Brother's was blue. Sister's and Honey's were white. The caps had tassels that kept getting in the cubs' faces. They tried to blow them out of the way. Grizzly, Gramps, and Gran stopped by to take pictures. My, aren't they adorable, said Gran, wiping a tear. Time was got going, young'uns, said the Gramps, looking at his watch. You don't want to be late for your big graduation day. When the family arrived at the school, the auditorium was packed with families of graduating students. Then the school band began to play. They played good and loud. The graduating Cubs in their caps and gowns marched down the aisle, step together, and onto the stage. Look, said Gran, there's brother, sister, and Honey. Graham stood on his chair to take a picture. Get down from there before you hurt yourself, scolded Gran. Principal Honeycomb made a few brief remarks. Then Ferdy Factual, one of the best students in the school, gave a speech about honesty, hard work, good sportsmanship, caring for others, and being true to yourself. Then Professor Actual Factual's nephew, Mama whispered to Gran. That was Actual Factual's nephew. Papa and Gramps fell asleep. Mama and Gran poked them awake. Finally, all the students filed across the stage as their names were called. Principal Honeycomb handed them their diploma, rolled fancy, all rolled up, a piece of paper with their own name on it. Gramps stood up on his chair again to take pictures as brother, sister, and Honey received their diploma. As they marched back down the aisle, cameras flashed and the audience clapped and whistled. Gramps even honked on the loudspeaker. Honk, honk, honk. Outside in the schoolyard, the graduating Cubs laughed and cried, hugged each other, and posed for many, many group pictures. They wouldn't all be together again until the next school year. Too Tall Grizzly took off his cap and called, all together now, 1, 2, 3, and they threw their caps in the air. All the Cubs threw their caps in the air too and made a great blue and white cloud. Yay! All the Cubs cried. Honey took off her little white cap too. 1, 2, 3, she called, throwing it up in the air. I didn't know Honey could count, said Gran. She learned it in preschool, said Papa. That's what graduation day's all about, being proud of everything our students did in school this year. And being excited about all the wonderful things they'll be doing next year, added Mama. Gramps took another picture. Squeeze in closer and say, Honey, he said. Honey, they all cried as the camera clicked. It was a great graduation day. This week it's all about graduation and moving on up.